Okay, this one's open and used. Okay, so what are we going to do soon? We have this Saturday. You know, we have our first 2018 Live Your Passion Rally. So we're really excited about that. If you're upline or crossline or friends are having an in-person class, and you know what happens at these rallies, right? It's not like all, woohoo! I mean, like, there's that, right? But it's more than that, because there's always surprises that Young Living gives us, maybe some, discounts, and maybe some, I can't even say it or I'll get in trouble. I'm just saying you want to be at one, and we'll put it on the Goodyear for Health site. If you don't know of one, aren't going to one, kind of a thing, Nalia Lane, where's Nalia? She's over here somewhere, I saw her. Nalia puts on the best online rally, and she's going to do that. I think we're starting at 1 or something like that, and somehow 1 o'clock. All right. You want to say anything? Okay. Yes, we'll put it in the Goodyear for Health Facebook group. So if anybody is not in that and wants to be in that, you can certainly do that. And I think I'm speaking. Is that true? Okay. What's that? Oh, I'm speaking at 11:07 a.m.? All right. Good to know. All right. I'll be ready. I'll be ready for you. Okay. So that is coming up. And then our next class, I try to have these on the second Tuesday. Doesn't always work out, whether that's, even though we book out this room a year in advance. Sometimes they have stuff that's been booked for 10 years during that time. So February is one of those months, and so it's going to be February 20th, and you want to be here because our incredible Silver Leader, Mom and Dad are in the back. She has great diamond parents, Debbie and Daniel in the back, but Elizabeth Erickson just finished a book a couple months ago on the brain and essential oils, and she's going to be here with that. So anyone with a brain, or if you know someone with a brain, you'll want to be here for that. So hopefully that includes all of you. And then for the business part, we're going to have Jen Weir is going to be talking about conscious language in your life and business. So, we like to kind of group things together. And this tonight is no exception. So we are going to bring Alana Book out up here now. Okay, so let's talk about Project Broadcast for a moment. This out. I really want to rattle these up, right? Because it's really dark. And so let's pretend that all these chemicals are in me, and then I jump like this, and then I mix all these chemicals up, and I'm going to spill this somehow. But you see how the bioaccumulation, right, with how many marbles are in there, 9 or something? So I love that demo. Who came up with that demo? That's brilliant. What's that? Yeah, thanks. Stir it up or something? Oh, no, sure. I don't care. I think it's cool to sit there and look at. So the Project Broadcast, who doesn't know what this is? Ah, how exciting. Okay, so we have a great tool in Young Living called Oily Tools that our incredible Crown Diamond Jake Dempsey created specifically for Young Living. Project Broadcast is a texting tool that he also created, and it is not Young Living specific. Like the whole world is going to be using Project Broadcast, like cha-ching, Jake. So, yeah, for the Dempsey household, liking that. But let me just tell you, that when did this come out in October? Was it October that he released this? Ish? September, October, something like that. At that time, the best thing on the market had way fewer functions, was way less customizable, and the cheapest one, not even comparable, was still double the price that he has. So I don't know if he has that in the slides, but we're so thankful that he created that for us to be able to communicate and for Alana to share tonight. So thank you.
We'll try to figure out how I got here.
Don't ask questions you don't want to know.
He's a little under the weather, and so I get this text yesterday, hey, I have a favor for you. So here I am. So like she said, my name is Jake Dempsey, and I'm going to be showing you this app that I created, Project Broadcast. Y'all all know Jake, right? Hi, Vicki. I love you. Okay. She's one of my. Hi, Sabrina. I didn't even see you. Sorry, squirrel. Okay, so. No. Have any of you ever heard that we're related? Raise your hand. I just want to see. Have you ever heard that me and Jake are related? A couple of you, a few of you. So what was so funny is at one point he made a post on Facebook like, my sis, da-da-da. So then I started getting messages like, I did not know you were really, like, you're Jake's sister? And I'm like, wait, what? So here I am, just a short little snippet is at convention this year, I'm in the Diamond Lounge, and one of the Diamonds comes up to me, and she starts doing a Facebook Live with all of her team. And she says, this is Jake Dempsey's sister. And I'm like, what? Like, again. And so then we keep talking, and I'm laughing it off. And after the Facebook Live thing was over, she said, so are you not Jake's sister? And I said, where did you hear that? And she said, well, I heard that y'all were separated at birth, and then you found each other. And I'm like, wow, these rumors. So just to clear the air, he is absolutely my brother from another mother and another father. But anyway, Christy, my husband, Jake, the four of us have our own little group called Dim Books, Dempsey's and Bookouts. I think we were lost at birth for sure. So here I am doing him a favor, as all good siblings do. And when I saw his slides, I thought, oh boy, this great information, not at all Atlanta, because he's not a blue and I'm a blue, so we're going to try to Atlantify this and make it a little bit more fun. But first, I want to tell you first of all, fist bump me in the air if you use Project Broadcast. That's very few fists. Okay, if you have no idea what this is, fist bump me. Oh, this is great. That's like the majority of the group. Okay, so I am not Leah in that couponing world, but I'm going to show you the ultimate coupon with Project Broadcast because time is your most limited commodity. Time is, you can't get it back. And this is the best coupon because it's going to save you a ton of time. You want Project Broadcast in your life. Let me read you again as my phone keeps going to this passcode thing. Okay, here are some, what is this called? Testimonies. Okay, so one person in the Diamond group said, if it was not for Project Broadcast, I would not be a Diamond my third month in a row, or maybe at all. It was a game changer for us. Another person in the Project Broadcast Facebook group said that I originally sent an email to my entire downline with a 3% response. A third of them are zeros on no ER. Then I got the nerve to send a Project Broadcast to my entire team. She got 20% to respond that day. It's pretty awesome. And then she edited it to say 20% scheduled for her keyword. You'll understand what that means in a minute. Another person said, I feel like Project Broadcast is playing the best slot machine on the planet. You buy credits, you pull the handle, you watch the results, you gather rewards, you buy more credits, and repeat. I love that. Okay, somebody said, praise be to God with his help, hustling, praying, and pushing the button on Project Broadcast. Not only did I double my sales this month, but I hit the next rank. These go on and on. I have a lot that I put in here, but let's get down to Project Broadcast. So do I do this? Okay, so what is Project Broadcast? Any of you go to a salon? I know my salon does this. When I go, they ask if I want to be, put my phone number in, and then maybe my birthday. They will send me a text to say, hey, haven't seen you in a while. You can use this coupon. Any of you receive a text like that? Most of the time, it doesn't come from a full phone number. It comes from a 6-digit number or whatever, and it does not feel exactly personable. It'll say, he gives this example of a yogurt shop. Come in today for $5 off medium yogurt. So that makes sense to you as far as, so this type of text-based marketing platform is basically what this is, but it's personable, whereas this isn't personable, this type of setup that you'd find from a salon, an ice cream shop, what have you. So why is it powerful? Here's what he wants me to do is read the slide. But I'm not. I'm going to read part of it because I'm a rebel like that. Okay, 91% of Americans have text devices, okay, a phone. 98% of text messages are read in the first 2 minutes. We all carry our phone on us. I could tell you if I pull up my email, I have something like 13,000 unread emails. #blue. I don't necessarily read emails, but I do always see the text message. 45% of text messages are responded to, only 10 to 20% open email, 6% of the emails are responded to. So if you are typing up an email and sending it out in Young Living, chances are a lot of your people aren't even seeing it. A lot of people aren't opening it, and there's certainly very few who are actually responding to you. So what are you doing? You're flushing your time down the toilet. I'm trying to back off of what Leah said. How am I doing so far? Okay, here's an example. You can read that yourself. I'm going to let you do that. Maybe you can't all see that in the back. So maybe, okay. You send out a communication text and email to 1,000 people. Text communication, roughly 980 people will read it versus 200 on email. So that makes sense. If your communication required a response, roughly 450 people would have responded via text versus 60 on email. So you already see texting is just way better, especially millennials. But all in all, people are tending to be way more active in text messages versus email. In short, text-based communication is much more effective than email. So here is a breakdown of what Project Broadcast has in it. This class is not the ins and outs. If you have Project Broadcast and you're trying to figure out exactly how to set it up, I'm not going to teach you that. What he had, only because he didn't give me that PowerPoint. But what he did give me is basically to show you the outline of how you can use this, what it is in it. So contacts, it's unlimited. If you look at other texting services, they will have all the ones I've seen, because I had the pleasure of being friends with Jake through this process, and he would be like, Alana, I just saw that X company, they only let you have 400 contacts, can you believe? So he has researched all the other ones and made this worlds better. Hold on a second, because I'm like, All right. Unlimited contacts, which means it doesn't matter if you have 10 people in your organization or 20 million, you can have them all in your app. You can import this, praise the Lord. What you do is you go into your virtual office, Oily Tools, Young Living Families, any of that, and you are able to say, all of my new stars from December, I want to send them a congrats, you're a new star. So all I have to do is go into any of those platforms, create the report of new stars, download that CSV file, am I saying that right? And then I can import that into the app so they're all in one contact. They're my new stars. You have 10 custom fields that you can put what you want in them. Basically, I don't know. We're going to keep moving. What is the custom field thing? Okay, this is when you go in and you're able to customize the name. When you're in Young Living, you don't even need to really know that. This is more for, Project Broadcast is for anyone. A salon could do this, and that would be more worth the time to talk about that. But because you use something like Oily Tools, all of those custom fields are already done for you, so you don't really have to even know this. Does that make sense? Yeah, you don't have to, that's already plugged in for you because he's awesome like that. All right, provides the ability to tag a contact so that you can group them. So same thing like I just said as far as star. If you were to download your stars for the month, you could put a custom tag on that group and say December 2017 star, and it would group them all together in your contact form. In a nutshell, contacts are the foundation of Project Broadcast, and it really is, because this is going to save you so much time, so much hair pulling out, and you'll understand as we go. So here is the best part, is you get to send a message that can be personalized, and you can send unlimited messages as long as you have a credit to do so. So you get to choose what amount of credits you want to purchase. They have bundles. You can always add to it, but you can send as many as you want. Used what you want. What? Used when you want to send a single message to a group of people, or you can do a lot. They contain an image and a text. He always says include an image, because depending on the carrier of your recipient, have you ever gotten somebody's text message to you and it's broken up and you're like trying to put it together because it didn't even break up correctly? He says when you add the image, it usually keeps the text together. So I always add an image, which is more engaging anyway. It's more intriguing to me. I want to see an image. So you can send an image and a text to a group of people. And it's all sent individually. So when your recipient receives the message, it doesn't look like a group message. It looks like an individual message, and it comes from a regular phone number, so it doesn't feel spamsy at all. Spamsy, is that a word? Example, you want to send a rank up message to all your rank ups this month. I already gave you this example because I was an overachiever and didn't know that this was on this page. You run a new ranker report in Oily Tools and import that. Sorry, I already said this. He says new rankers December 2018, so he is way ahead of his time. You now create a Project Broadcast message to all the people with that tag, and you get to send that out. What is also cool, I don't know if this is on the next slide or not. No. Okay, so what he does in there is, let's say that you create your text wording. Congrats, you hit start in December, we're so excited. There's a little button on there where you can press and you can say add the name. So that means that is all I do. I press that button one time. I could send that out to 10,000 people, and it automatically puts their name in it. So I don't have to say, hey, Jan, you did this. Hey, Stacy, you did this. Hey, I don't have to do that. It does that for me. I just say hi. I put the little thing that says name, and Project Broadcast does it for me. So I can literally type up a message in 2.5 seconds and send it to 1 million people, and I have couponed my time. Okay. In a nutshell, Project Broadcast messages allow you to build a single message and personalize it to a large audience, saving you time. Keywords. I love keywords. Okay, this is one of my favorite things. I said favorite on every slide. So now you're like, whatever, it's not your favorite because you've said that every time. Keywords, unlimited keywords. It's unique to your Project Broadcast number. So if Leah has given me great ideas, so I have to give her props because we talk about Project Broadcast strategies, and she's given me awesome stuff. But she can have a keyword. I can have a keyword. If someone messages the keyword to Leah's Project Broadcast, they will get something different than if they message it to mine. So what that means is I create the content, I create the keyword, it's unique to my phone number. Can be used to add people to a campaign, which he hasn't gotten to yet, so you're like, I don't know what that means. Can be used to tag people so you can group them. So what's a keyword? Example. You can have a keyword, thieves, and when someone texts you the word thieves, they automatically get content that you've already saved in your app. Another example, for new members in my team, I have content, and when I enroll them, I say, hey, text us the word, whatever you want it to be. It could say, help me. Whatever the keyword is that you want. When they text you that number, or me, they automatically get a response that gives them tips on how to use their product, which is great because I suck at follow-up, which means my Project Broadcast does this for me. And so I'm like, again, saving me time. In a nutshell, keywords exist so you can automate tasks of tagging people and adding them to your campaigns and other things as well. Here's another example. Let's give a couple examples of keywords. Is that okay with you? All right. So let's say that you have an Instagram account. Maybe you don't have a lot of oil followers, but you have people that you want to engage more or want to learn about it. So you could post even in a social media post and say EO 101. And if they text your number with that, you now have their information. It automatically, the app does it for you. It automatically responds with whatever you've set up in there. So perhaps you have a picture of some 101 tips on what oils do, the what's, the how's, you use it. It might even have your link, but it automatically does that. So you're not, I don't know about you, but so many times I'm answering the same question every single time. And so this way you have it saved in your phone, and this just automatically sends it back out. Okay, what is a campaign? Unlimited, again, I think he has this on every slide. Unlimited, we get it, Jake. Consists of multiple messages delivered in a drip style approach. Anybody ever use the monkey thing? What's it called? What? No, chimp mail. MailChimp. No. I was going to get there. I was so close. So if any of you have done that, you go in and you create a campaign, and then again it goes through email, which means they're not necessarily seeing it or engaging with it. So you can create campaigns on Project Broadcast, and each message consists of a text and or image, usually around a single marketing goal. His example is you want to educate your team on essential rewards, but not bombard them with a huge, long, all the stuff on Facebook post. So instead you create a multi-day campaign where each message teaches them the value of ER. You then tie the campaign to a keyword so anyone in your team can text ER to get added to the campaign. Your campaign messages should encourage them to get on ER. So this is something Leah, props to you, told me that she does, and she had like mini campaigns where her team could choose if they wanted to learn about skincare, or if they wanted to learn about babies or winter wellness or what have you. So I created a graphic. I sent it out to all of my personally enrolled, and then I also let my builders who are on Project Broadcast, I let them use it too, which I think is coming up in another slide. But what was so cool is I sent them a graphic and a little, hey, how's it going? You know, I'm Blue. And do you want to learn anything about this? And all you have to do is text back the words that you're interested in. So if it's winter wellness, text back winter. If it's skin health, text back skin. And it gave them all that, all those instructions. When they did, and I had a ton of people who automatically, it's like skin, winter. I'm like, you did not read the instructions. I guess you want all of the campaigns out one time, which is fine with me. But once they did that, they were automatically put in a 3-day campaign. I had created graphics and graphic and an image is the same thing, Alana. I had created an image and the content. So for 3 days, they learned about that. And at the end of the 3rd day, it said, if you're ready for the next one, just, tell me which one. And so for weeks, like these people I still have people today that are still requesting the next deal. And so it's been awesome because it's continuing education, it's follow-up, it's relational, because throughout the time I'm saying, if you've got a question, ask me. And people are asking me stuff, people that I'm like, who is this person? I don't know who this is. I'm having to look it up in the virtual office and be like, this is level 12. Like, I've never even talked to this person before. But with Project Broadcast, it's created that like bridge of it's not invasive. I'm not showing up at their door or cold calling, what may feel like that. But the texting has been that bridge for me. In a nutshell, campaigns are used to deliver multiple messages over a period of time to the campaign members. It allows you to deliver big content and bite-sized chunks. All right, then there's templates, which is another way to save more time. So we send out a text saying, congrats on achieving the rank of blah, or congrats on enrolling your first member. If you are constantly typing that out each month, you're wasting time. Do it once. So that's what a template is. Again, unlimited, if you didn't know. Allow you to create reusable messages, can be used in chat, keywords, broadcast messages, campaigns, which basically means you create a template, and then no matter if you want to create a campaign over several days, if you want to send one message through a through a broadcast message, if you want to create a keyword that then sends out the template, it doesn't matter, but you save templates. So it could be rank up advancement for STAR. It could be welcome to Young Living, you just got your kit. It could be the unboxing one. It could be an oilversary message. It's endless opportunity for what you can put in a template. So his example, you frequently have to reply to people with the monthly promo. Each time you type, I think you had a typo. Each time you type of the message, and that takes time. With templates, you would create a December 2000, again, he is ahead of his time. December 2018 promo, I can't wait to find out what that is, which talks about the template and includes a great graphic. Now when you need to respond with what the promos are, you just use the template for your message. So that is true. I save the promo every month in a template, and when people ask me, I literally click the template button on the, like when their message comes through, I click the template button, I click the promo, I click send. I don't have to go find the graphic. It already has the graphic and the wording, and it's perfect because it saves me so much time every single time. Okay, another way for a template, something that our team, and I'm sure other teams do, but we do text tips. I do them on Tuesdays, other people do them on different days. But what's really cool is, this is not the right slide for me to talk about this, but I'm going to do it. I save all of those text tips, so it's a graphic that has a different way to use a product, or a tip that they may not have thought of. Like some of the tips that Leah had talked about, perfect for a text tip. People want to know how else they can use their product. So we do a really short one and send that out. So this is, like I said, this is not for templates, that I just got squirrely and went there. But what I did was say, if you want to be part of the text tips, text this number, tip. Tip me is actually the keyword that they use, tip me. So now they're tagged, every single one of those contacts are tagged as tip me. So every single week, or I actually do it a month in advance, I have all of my text tips for the month lined up. And so I say that I want to send this message on Tuesday, January, whatever it is, and I want to send it at this time, and all I do is I tag the tip me people. So that means that when January 20 whatever comes around, it remembers. I don't have to remember. Another great thing, if you are you just enrolled somebody and you're thinking, okay, in about 10-ish days they will have got their kit, let's just say, I need to follow up with them. How many of you never remember to follow up with them? So the moment they sign up, I go into Project Broadcast, I put in the template that I want to say, I want to talk to you about if you got your kit okay, can I help you unbox it, blah, blah, blah. So I already schedule that so that person receives it exactly on day 10 when I would originally have wanted them to receive it, but I'm not going to remember to ask them. So then they respond back, and it's like, they think I'm awesome, but I'm really not. Project Broadcast it. In a nutshell, templates are time-saving messages that can be reused in Project Broadcast, allowing you more time to build more marketing material and engage. First of all, are any of you like, holy moly, why didn't I know about this? Yeah, like one person or like a lot? Okay, now y'all are like fessing up. Yeah. Bundles. I love bundles. Bundles, unlimited, provide you the ability to share this content and they can include templates and campaigns. So let's say you've created the best 3-day campaign, and I don't know, your team member or even cross-line friends would love to have the content. That means they don't have to recreate it. You can create a bundle. Project Broadcast will give you a code, and you can share that code with a friend, a whole team of people, and then when I forget his wording exactly, but they can, it's not download, but it's something like upload, not import. Is it import? When they import when the person gets the code and they choose the import feature or whatever it is, it's just one click, I'm pretty sure. It will automatically come up in their Project Broadcast saved exactly like you have it. So it's perfect because then that saves even more time because you didn't even create it. There is a Young Living Project Broadcast Facebook group that has a lot of bundle codes in it, which means you go in there and you say, I'm looking for an Essential Rewards one. Somebody's already created it. You take the bundle code and you have just saved your time in not having to make graphics and or content. Praise you, Jesus. In a nutshell, bundles allow you to receive or share amazing Project Broadcast content, so that if you are not yet a marketing whiz, you can leverage content from those that are. So those 3-day campaigns that I did, I actually posted in my business groups and said, hey, if you want this and you are a Project Broadcast user, this is another thing I don't think he included in his slides. If you are a Project Broadcast user, I want you to text me, and I don't remember what the bundle thing was, or what my keyword was, but text me this keyword from your Project Broadcast number through your app to my Project Broadcast number, and I'm going to give you this bundle code. The reason I said that is because I can text unlimited with another Project Broadcast account. So if Danette, which I know she has Project Broadcast, I can text her through her normal mobile number, or we can text through Project Broadcast. It doesn't cost us a dime. We can text a bajillion times. So it's really cool because I can ask without me spending the money on each text, which is minute anyway, but I can have my business builder send me that when I create content. I can share the code, so I'm taking the burden off of them of feeling like they have to create this. I like creating that content. I don't want them to have to be burdened with feeling like they have to reinvent the wheel. So I create it. I allow them the opportunity to have it, and it's taken them less than 5 minutes, probably less than a minute to do, and it's free for both of us, which is great. In a nutshell, did I already read that part? Thank you. Okay, how do I get it? You can sign up at projectbroadcast.com. You download the Project Broadcast to your smartphone, and #start broadcasting. That was great, Jake. Good. Hashtag. Join the Project Broadcast Facebook group and the Young Living Project Broadcast Facebook group. But there's more. First of all, I'm going to attempt to answer questions. The greatest part is we have Leah and Jim, who both are like Project Broadcast gurus as well. We also have Jake's beautiful, amazing bride, Christy, who can also answer questions. Maybe I'm throwing you on the spot there. So if y'all have questions, let me just say, we are not going to answer, like, if you have questions as far as, I can't figure out how to do XYZ, that's not the type of question necessarily that we can go through because you would probably need to see it. But he has created training videos within the app. You download the app. The far right at the top is that what he calls the hamburger, which I couldn't figure out why, and then it clicked with my slow brain. But it is just 3 lines because I was like, I don't see a hamburger. I don't know what that is. But it's just the 3 lines on top of each other. And if you click that, there is training tutorial videos. And for any of you blues like me, I don't like watching long videos, although I do make long videos myself. But all of his training, what? Whatever. Shh. Okay, so the training videos are great because most of them are like 5 minutes or less. So you can say, I need to figure out how to set this keyword up. He has that training video. Like all of it's right there, and it's within the app, so you can play around and watch. It's great. Okay, but he sweetens the deal because what I need to know is how many of you, this sounds really exciting, but like you always want a coupon. So what if he gave you a sweet deal? So, yeah, can I hear you? Yes, yes. Okay, so this is not advised usually, but break out your phone because he's going to show you how this works. I know, it's like magic. Okay, you got your phone out? Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to text Jan Promo to this number. So this isn't, I told him this, actually, can we just be real? I came up with this idea. When we were talking, I mean, he was already had the promo, but I was like, wouldn't it be great if we showed them how? And he was like, oh yeah, I can do that. Like, he whipped it up in like 5 seconds. So this is a new Project Broadcast number. You can't like go ask him. This is just for the promo. Got it? So text this, and then I want you to raise your hand when you get the text back. Oop. Nope. You already got it back? Text Jan Promo to this number. Yes. This is good. You got it? Who else got it? Who already got the response? This is a promo for new members and existing members. Or users, not members. What? Okay. I don't think that's supposed to matter. Don't use the quotes. Yeah, the uppercase and lowercase should not matter. Just make it all one word, JANPROMO, and just wait a second. I don't know what the other thing is when you add a keyword, when you set up a keyword, you can tell the system if you want it to respond automatically, which seems spammy. It seems like a computer. If I was to text my friend and say, hey, yeah, I heard about I want to know more about these oils, and they automatically responded with this paragraph within the first second, that would seem a little weird. So I typically have mine spaced out so that it doesn't respond until like 2 or 3 or 4 minutes. I think he did his immediately or within a minute because he knew y'all would want this. You got it? Good. Good. Okay, so the promo is not on here. Okay, so the promo, it explains that in your, so what's cool is that if you are a new member, never signed up before, he is going to, what is the promo? I can't remember. Oh, yes. Thank you, Christy. If you are not receiving it automatically right now, just know that it takes 5 seconds in between each one so that the cell phone carrier does not flag Project Broadcast as being spam. So because all of y'all texted him at like one time, it's just taking, like it may take some people longer than others. You'll still get it probably within 5 minutes. Okay. I can't remember exactly. So for those of you who have already gotten it, if you have never signed up for Project Broadcast and you sign up for it, he's basically giving you 50% off. Is that correct? Okay, if you're already a member, don't listen to me. Why am I here? You are going to get double the credit. So if you are on like the plan that gives you, I thought you. Oh, okay. Are you just messing with me? Double credits. Right. If you are new and you're on like the starter plan or so, and you increase your plan to the next deal. Am I saying this right? No. I am? You upgrade. If you're already a member and you upgrade, you're going to pay half of that fee. If you are a new member, never signed up before, you're going to get double the credits. Thank you. Okay, so who's got questions? Okay, the monthly fee is buying you credits. So let's say, hypothetically, I don't remember what the plans are, but let's say that you get 100 credits. You're going to get, that's 100 texts that you can send out. Okay? Anybody sending you a text does not cost you a credit. They can send you 100, it doesn't cost you. But the ones you are sending out is one One text, one credit. Does that make sense? Per person that you're sending it to. But if you're sending it to a project broadcast number, it'll show you a little symbol that looks like the project broadcast it looks like a Wi-Fi symbol. It'll show you that. So if you were to send it to other business builders that have it, that does not cost you any credits. Yes. Okay. If you only use, so her question was, let's say you bought whatever pack and you have 1,000 credits, but you only use 500 of those credits, yes, you get to keep those. It rolls over. You never lose those credits. Okay, can I just read? Okay, so, that was loud how are you doing this over here? This is very loud. Okay, if you do the starter plan, it's $10 a month, and that's 500 credits, which is great because text messaging, I don't know, unless you have unlimited, but I mean, still, that's better than if you were to pay for any of the other platforms. $20 a month is the business one that gives you 1,000. You've got a professional account at $50 a month, which is $2,500, and it keeps going up from there. But remember, if you upgrade, oh good Lord, if you upgrade, you can always go back. But what's so cool is if you upgrade, first of all, I have found that this has been huge for, you know what I always say? This is MLM, network marketing, whatever. It's relationship marketing. I say that every time I teach, I think. And this is a way that you can build relationally. I am talking to people, like I said, that I had no idea. I've never even recognized their name before. And we're talking like on a personal level about something like very intimate with their life. And it's like, wow, I just never thought I would have had that opportunity to do that. So am I spending 2 cents? Basically, I've spent 2 cents on that text message, but like the value in that is extreme couponing. What is the next question? Yes.
For that example, like if you get a conversation going back and forth, then do you move it over to your phone number, or do you just keep it?
Yes and no. So she's asking if we have a conversation going, do I move it over to my phone number? I do sometimes, not all the time. I don't want everyone having my personal phone number because you probably have already experienced people who might like text you at midnight and help, like I have a calf cramp, and you're like, good Lord, please Pinterest that. So I just don't want everybody to have, you know what I mean, right? You've had that moment. So like you're like, so I just don't want everybody to have my personal number. Now I will tell you, for my personally enrolled members, the first time I got Project Broadcast, I was in the beta group. Thank you, Jake. So I got to use it before other people and test it out and help him know like how to make it better and give him input. So the first one I sent out was to my personal enrollments with my picture, because that's awesome, just to remind them in case they forgot what I look like, and to say I love you and I love maple syrup, and I just watched the movie Elf and I just can't get that out of my head. But I just messaged them and said, I'm so appreciative for you supporting our business and investing in your health. I want you to know this is my Young Living exclusive number. So you can message me here too, but you do have my personal number, and I reminded them of what that is. And you can still message and talk to me there. But it makes it's my, exclusive one. But I also have this. Now, for people that we're continuously talking back and forth, sometimes I will move it to a Facebook message. There have been a few times where I'll say, I'm going to call you from another phone number. I don't necessarily say it's my personal one. But I'm going to call you from another phone number so we can talk here in a minute. So it's totally up to you. It would save you to take it off of there, but just use your judgment on that. Does that make sense? Okay. Next. Yes. Yes. So it will give you an alert. Here's another thing I love about Jake. He hears you and he fixes it real fast. he likes to tell me on a daily basis that he is a genius on paper. And so he's always like, oh yeah, I can do that. And he just types it really fast and the code is done and they put in, and I shouldn't just give all the props to him. His partner, Brian, is amazing too. So together, those two men are great at making sure that this is constantly improving. So at first we did not know when our messages weren't going through. Now he's changed it so there is an alert and it shows you. So once you add more credits, you can then send those that didn't go out. Does that make sense? Okay, next. Yes, Melinda.
Another way that this is huge is for people going inactive. If you're trying
Yes.
to stay and go inactive, and I tell you what, it has been amazing for my team and being able to get those people re-engaged and get them to not go inactive.
Yes.
So that's a huge tool. It's been huge for us.
For the people watching on the camera, in case you didn't hear what she said it's a great tool for people going in and active. So it's another template you create one time, and it works for you for the rest of your life. So you're able to create that template to say, you came up on my about to go inactive report. I don't want you to miss out. Here's some suggestions. Whatever your wording is that you want to do in each month, you can upload that report, click the template, click the send, and be done with it. And when they respond back, there's another relationship thing going right there. If anyone does not want to be on Project Broadcast, like they don't want to receive your messages, if they, without you even telling them, in the system it is already set up that way, that if they respond with stop or unsubscribe, Project Broadcast will automatically mark them as they will not receive a message from you. You can also individually mark them as that. So I've had people who are like, if you ever contact me again, I'm throwing you in jail. And I'm like, I am so sorry you don't want my help. But what I'm able to do is go in. Sorry? I actually do respond. Now, if they're just saying remove me, I don't. If they throw this big hissy fit, I very kindly throw one back. No, not really, maybe a little bit. No, but I will respond and just say, if texting is not your cup of tea and you'd rather receive communication and email, or if you never want to hear from me again, that's fine. I will honor your request and remove you. And a lot of people are really appreciative of that. And a lot of times I will say, I will respect that. I'm removing you right now, but I would love for you to keep my contact so that if you ever have a question or a concern with your product or what have you, you will know you can always contact me. And people are really thankful for that. The Gruffalos turn around when you send them that. They're like, okay, I stepped out of bounds just for a minute there. Next, anybody? Yes? That's okay. I didn't follow that. What? Yes. You do not have to add just Young Living people. You can add anybody on there. So you could have a whole list of the no for nows. Have y'all heard people or me talk about no for nows? So your people who are like the prospect list who they want to know about oils, but they're not ready to buy yet. You plug them into that, and maybe once a week or once a month or however often, you just have something else that you wanted to share. And again, it can go out to all of them or one person individually. You get to decide. Yes, so you can add them, whoever. Did you have a question? That's okay. You raise your hand when you remember. Oh, could you put, yes. Yes, that is really smart. So she said, basically, what's your name? What's your name? Dawn just came up with a great idea. Round of applause for Dawn. You could, I have not thought it, I thought I was the one that has come up with all the ideas. You can create a business card with whatever you want on your picture, whatever, and include your phone number. You could even put keywords on there, people. Dawn didn't say that, but I added to it, and I'm claiming. Okay. So you can put your project broadcast number on there and just tell them it's a text only, or write the words text only. You could even put keywords on there. So when you're at Target, like I often am, and the cashier is coughing or having, an attack, and I'm like, did you know there's an oil for that? No, but you could give them a business card that then they could get plugged into information. That was brilliant. What's your next thing?
If someone responds at the 10-day mark after they open the kit to your text, and you have no idea what they're responding to, can you go somewhere and find out what you texted them?
It shows you. So when it saves your whole conversation. So let's say you text, what's your name? You text Kevin, a welcome, you got your kit, whatever. Maybe Kevin does not respond to you for 4 months. But when he does, the last message you sent to him is in that feed, just like a text message. It does not go away. So you always know what the hey they're talking about. No. Yes. No, it has to be. So this is a great question. She's saying, let's say you set up the keyword thieves. You've already created the content. Somebody texts thieves, it automatically does that. It does not mean that if this person or any person says, I love thieves products, they are not all going to receive that content because they said the word thieves. It has to be a standalone keyword, and it is not separated. So that's why Jan Promo is not split up. A keyword is one word, even though it might be several words, but it's mushed together, so that if somebody was to say, I love thieves, it's not going to send them that. They have to just be here. Now, here's the kicker. We gave you instructions on Jan Promo. Some people will have these instructions and say, send me the Jan Promo. And you're like, you did not follow. Did anybody do that? They added more words than Jan Promo. And so when that comes across to his project broadcast, it is not recognizing that keyword. But that's okay. He made it easy because if you're smart and have created that template, when they, actually it doesn't even matter if it's a template or not, but if they say, I want Jan Promo, and your project broadcast is not sending them the Jan Promo because they didn't do it right, you can then just where you'll see the person come through, you can just click this button at the top and tag them. So let's say Stacy sends I love Jan Promo, and you're able to say add Jan Promo to them. So then they will receive it. So you don't have to then go back and be like, could you please resend that with just one word? You're able to do it, and it doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen, and it saves you a bunch of time because you're literally clicking like two or three buttons, less than 5 seconds, and they now get the thing. Vicki, I saw your hand, and then I'm going to go to you. That's correct. That's correct. You can. The text won't come to you, but you can forward if they were to call project broadcast number, it will automatically go and ring your phone if you set it up like that. So going back to thank you for saying that because I did forget about that. But going back to that, somebody who you want to talk to, that was your question. Sorry, I'm looking at Dawn, but she was the brilliant. When you say, let's chat about this, that was your question. Whose question? It was yours. They could call you and you could still not give them your personal number. I told her, and then I'm coming to you. Okay, so every message that comes through is unread until you send something to it. So yes, it will be highlighted for you. Another cool thing is he didn't put any of this in here. I'm having to do all the work, Jake, when you watch this video. No, but the other thing you can do is you can star people. So sometimes people will ask a question that you've opened. So now it doesn't show that it's unread, but it's a question that's like going to require some time or like research on my part, and I just don't feel like it. So I just just press the star. So I know that next time I have time to come into this, I can go back to that person. You can even search unread messages, or you can search star messages so all that content comes up. So then I can answer people and not feel like I'm constantly having to do it right then because they're going to get lost in the shuffle. Okay, you back here.
If you didn't want someone to know whenever you're calling from, you can respond to them. You're probably more accepting calling to your cell phone. Put star 67 when you dial their number, and that would block your cell phone number, so they will not have a number that you don't want them to have.
That's true. Star 67. I forgot about that. I used to do that in like the 90s, I think. I haven't used a landline in a while. Can you still do that on a mobile number? I didn't know that. Okay, so let's wrap this up. 3 more questions. Yes, at some point those people fall off. I believe you can request that through Young Living, and they can send you a report for that, but it's not going to be in your normal virtual office or Oily Tools, but you can request it. They will still send you, it should come through, I believe, as a CSV file, which you could still upload and not have to take any time on your part. Yes, you do have to say, I want the CSV file of it. Hi. Yes. But there is somewhere where they fall off completely, and I don't know what, did I make that up? There is like a time period, I think, where they end up falling off, but I might be lying about it. I don't really know. Okay, so I put keyword and campaign together, which is confusing. So she's saying, can I go back to the keywords and campaign part? A campaign is really, let's say I want to teach about Ningxia Red. Well, I could talk for a long time or text a lot of information. People don't want that. In the world of now, it is scroll, scroll, scroll. Like if it's more than a minute, sometimes like I got to go on to the next thing. So if we do bite-sized pieces, I could teach somebody about Ningxia. I could teach somebody about the business. The list goes on, and a campaign is something I've already set up. So when they join the campaign or I add them, they could join the campaign by texting a keyword like Ningxia, which means if I've attached that keyword to a campaign, I could have done it 2 ways. I could have attached it just to a message that they get one time, or I could have attached that keyword to a campaign where they're now set up on a 3-day campaign. They're set up on a 2-week campaign. Maybe they're set up on a campaign where they receive a message every other day. You have the power to say when they receive it, how many messages they receive, all of that. What I did in mine was a little bit more time consuming when I first set it up, was that I did several keywords. So if it was skin, they respond with skin. It was attached to that keyword, automatically sent them a message, but then I attached a campaign to that message. It's getting crazy in here. But it was easy once you do it. Does that answer your question a little bit?
Did you offer multiple campaigns at one time?
Yes. I had one graphic with 6 options of things that they could learn about, and they chose the content. I suggested that they did it one at a time, and I had a lot of rebels who sent me all 6 keywords. I know. I had a lot of people who sent all 6 keywords, so they were getting 6 campaigns a day. And I'm like, knock yourself out, sister. That's fine.
I was one of those people because someone asked me if I'd be interested, and I happened to be the project manager, so I said yes to all the campaigns because I just wanted the dream, I want to see.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it's about.
Yes.
Am I ready to jump in? So I did all that, and I was like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
Then I was like, okay, yeah, let's do this.
Okay, one last question. Going to somebody who has not asked a question. Are your hand up in the air, or you're just... Okay, your comment is always welcome. You want...
If you have somebody that you haven't been able to get to come to a class or do a one-on-one or whatever, I have a campaign for non-members. One thing you could do is send them samples of the oils, have them text a keyword to your phone. One thing that I did was I split up, so it could be 10, 14 days. That's super long and super boring and people will check out. So what I did was I split it up into 2 different campaigns. So the first, it says healthy living with essential oils, 1 of 2. And they get what are essential oils, day 1. Second day is lavender, lemon, peppermint. Day 3 is how to use essential oils. Day 4 is RC, digize, and purification. And then it gives them the option with a keyword for more oils. So that just kind of dwindles down people. You don't want to waste your money with the text and everything. So the people who are really, really interested will text more oils. So the second campaign, when they text more oils, is safety tips, thieves, in ditch and switch, copaiba, frankincense, and panaway, then stress away, endings are red. And then the last text they get is how to get started. So that's another way to reach non-members, splitting up intro class, sending them samples in the mail.
One other little tip, what have you, that I want to add is that the way to keep your, what is the rate called, Christy? No, but yes. Something, I don't know. No, the way to keep the carrier that's receiving your messages, whatever, to keep that level down so that they don't flag you, is you want interaction. If you're the only one sending and you're sending a lot, the carrier starts, I don't even know if it's carrier name, but whatever. They start saying, what? Provider, thank you. Are saying wait a second, this looks like maybe spam. So a tip that you will learn you'll learn it from Jake, you'll learn it in the Facebook groups, is ask questions. So almost every time I send a message, there is a question somewhere in there. And that's really great because then it prompts them to respond back, which is then giving my deliverability rate a higher percentage. Christy, are you proud? Okay, tell me what you... Yes. Yes. We want to eliminate, remember, it's relationship marketing. I said that again. I'm going to say it one more time. This is relationship marketing. So if they are receiving messages from you only about sales, every time there's a sale or a promo, it starts to feel like you don't care about me, right? Okay. So you want to avoid the all caps. You want to avoid all sales. There's, in the groups, you'll find a list of hot words. I don't know what they call it, but it's basically you don't want to always say this much and all the sales words. And the other thing is, this is you. Don't feel, is that telling me I've gone overtime? This is you, so it's not, you don't want it to sound super professional unless you are super professional in life. I'm not. So when I message people and I'm like, if you never want to see my face Adilla ever again, I use my own language, which sometimes they have to, look up in the Urban Dictionary. And it's me. So they know this is who they're dealing with. It's not some computerized script. They're dealing with me. So thank you. Okay. No.
Whatever their phone number is in the VO,
Yes.
phone number and not a cell number, you burn credit.
Yep.
So it's
Yep.
your mobile number. So best to, certainly when you're signing up people, make sure, is this your mobile number? Because we have text options for you.
Yep.
And then even sending email, as I open it, just to say, if you'd like to receive, education through text,
Yep.
make sure that your phone number is your mobile.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So if you didn't hear that, if you're sending the message to, you've uploaded this file, but some people in there, the numbers that they posted were their home phone numbers, they're not getting it, but you're still paying a credit to send it, a whopping 2 cents, but they're not getting it. So yes, it's good to reach out in other ways, whether it's through your Facebook group or if you're still emailing. I haven't done that in a long time. Or if you call these people. But what I love is when I'm having people sign up for those keywords, I know they're sending it from a mobile device. And so yeah, was this fun a little bit? So who's getting Project Broadcast? This on me? Yes? Yes? Woo! It's going to save you time. Okay. Here's the beautiful Jeanette that we love so much.
I just want to say thank you so much to Leah and Alana tonight. Thank you guys so very much. Appreciate you guys. Massive amount of information, right? But great things for 2018 and for your Young Living business and for your members getting educated how to ditch and switch and move on. So we'll see you guys on the 20th of February right here. Thank you.